on. Come on. Come on. Welcome to my homestead. Girls, say hi. Say hi, girls. Say hi. So today is the day that I am going to treat my goats for parasites. So a couple of things as homesteaders we expect is to treat our animals when they are needing it, but we always try to prevent it. But sometimes prevention is not enough and we need to treat them, and it's just for the animal well-being. So one of the ways that I help to treat parasite for my animals is that I put diatomaceous earth in their feed. So I sprinkle about a quarter of a cup throughout the entire bag of feed, and they get a little bit. So just be careful doing that on a day when it's not windy, because these particles are not good for inhaling. Not good for inhaling. So I'm just gonna pull this away from the goats so they don't get their noses in it, and I'm gonna mix it with the feed, okay? But the other thing is to check the goats to see, to check on their health, okay? So a couple of things you can do. One of them, the goats may start unexpectedly lose weight, and you don't know why they're losing weight. Another thing you will start noticing is that their fur, their coats that normally nice and smooth, are getting a little uneven and kind of wavy and almost like curly, unexpectedly messy curly. That could be one of the signs. And the other sign is you can check their eyes. The goats don't like it. So let me see if I can try to do it. Come on, Tipsy. You're not Tipsy. You're Pip. You're a good girl, Tip. Come on, Pip. Pip, come on. So you have to pull down on the eyelid. She doesn't like it. All right. But you can look at her fur coat. Do you see how it's getting uneven? It used to be so smooth, but it's getting a little uneven. Her sister is still quite nice and smooth, but this girl is not. So I want to pull on her eyelid to look at the color, because we're looking for that beefy pink, bright pink color of the under eyelid. If it began becoming to get a little bit more and more pale, that's a sign of parasite and could be sign of anemia. If it's becoming very pale down to white, that is dangerously low anemia, and we need to seek veterinarian help. So what I'm trying to check their conjunctiva, and I can't because they keep running away from me. So when you pull down on the eyelid, she doesn't like it. You can see the color of her under eyelid. That's pink, but it's kind of pale pink. So it's called the FAMACHA test, scoring test, where you compare where the goat should be with the color. And I think my girls need a little help. I treated my male goat when he got his hoofs trimmed. It was 2 weeks ago. But the girls, I haven't done it, so it's time. So I need to first measure them to make sure that I'm giving them the right dosage. Girls, you are so beautiful. I love you. Estimate goat's weight is girth times length times girth times length divided by 300. So I need a calculator to measure all that up. Look how amazing this tiny little nest is. And inside, the bird made it nice and soft for her babies. Using what? The fur from my goats. Isn't that funny how everything is used up in a homestead? So we just treated our goats for parasites. Even though I always treat them naturally as much as I can. I give them diatomaceous earth in their feed. I give them essential oils. I try to give them other things, try to kind of combat the parasites. One of the things that we do is that we rotate their pasture. So they will be a couple of weeks on one side and then I move them to another side, and that helps to combat. But sometimes you have to go above and beyond the natural causes. What else can I do naturally is, hi honey, you gonna stay here with me? Oh, you're so sweet. Sometimes I give them, especially in the winter months, they love to eat all the pine trees that have fallen down in my neighborhood. I collect them all and I give them to my goats. If they are untreated Christmas trees, after Christmas is over, I collect them in my neighborhood and I also give them to my goats. They love that. I also raise ton of different pumpkins. I mean ton of pumpkins. Ugly gourds, winter squash, anything that has those seeds. And those seeds are also natural anti-parasitic agent for the animal. So I do all of those things. But sometimes I have to act above that. So they were showing symptoms of a mild anemia and I needed to address that. So one of the things I was checking for was their eye sclera color, on their eye I should say, and that is a FAMACHA score that we do, and I checked and they looked more on the pale side. Also, I was looking at their fur, well, their coats, and their coats beginning to look uneven. Normally they're nice and smooth, but they look a little uneven. They have not lost any weight. No, they have not. So the weight is not an issue. But anyway, so right now they're nice and calm. They just had their dinner and they're all relaxing. One girl is already lying down. I don't know if you can see her back there. Hey Tips, are you resting? She dug a hole in the sand and that's where she likes to lie down. So anyway, friends, for those who raise backyard animals, who raise small animals on their homesteads, you guys know that we have to treat our animals ourselves and we have to be diligent at checking on their health. So I hope you are encouraged. I hope you guys learned something today, at least how I combat parasite issue. Besides cleaning the buckets all the time, and I use vinegar to clean their buckets. Anyway, stay encouraged and I hope you guys try something new to treat your animals with.